Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have another match against Adam, aka Southside Braves, friend of the channel. We've played him, I believe this is our second time here on BDSP and a few times back on Sword and Shield. So yeah, he always has some pretty interesting stuff on deck for us, so we'll see what he has today. We agreed to a little bit of a lower tier match here, and so yeah, looking at his team, it looks really cool actually. Interesting that he actually has the mascot on his team here as well, our mascot that is. So yeah, looking at our team, it is the same one we've been using the past several games here. So what do we want to lead with? You know, I think we're actually gonna go ahead and go with the mascot. Actually, speaking of which, that is the Pidgeot, and we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, we'll see how that works out. Alright, so he is going to lead with the Golem. So, not great for us, but just kind of is what it is. So yeah, there is our special shiny Pidgeot, of course. So, I think right out of the gate here, the best thing we can do is just go U-turn. We don't have much business staying in against this thing. We should outspeed, and indeed we do. So we're going to hit a U-turn on this thing. We actually get pretty decent chip damage off the Choice Band U-turn, given how bulky on the physical side the Golem is. And now we get to bring up a matchup against this thing. I think the safest thing we can probably do... well, actually, we have two options here. We could make the safe play, or... we could make a different play, but I think going into the Marowak would be relatively safe, so we're actually just going to go ahead and do that, since he may well just go for the entry hazard. So we're going to bring in the Marowak, and indeed he just does go for the Stealth Rock to get the entry hazard set up on us, which does suck because we do not have hazard removal on this team. So yeah, that is a little unfortunate. So I think this turn, he may well not want to stay in on this matchup, so I think the best thing we can do is go ahead and set our Stealth Rock up, so that's what we're going to do, and see what he wants to do here. And actually, he's going to stay in and go Explosion, so did not see that coming. He outspeeds us, and we can survive that, actually. Max HP Marowak lives that with 6 HP in the red, get that epic survive. Down goes the Golem, and we do get the Stealth Rock entry hazard set up. So that was a scary turn, but we managed to live through it. So he is going to get knocked down to 5 there, which is, yeah, interesting. And we do get the Stealth Rock up, which is good for us. So we'll see what he wants to bring in here in response to that interesting turn of events. So... he is definitely thinking about this one. So it is going to be the Victory Bell. So he's going to take that Stealth Rock damage. And so, yeah, I don't think there's any point in switching out here, since we can't survive a switch in on the Stealth Rock. So we're just going to stay in here and attempt to fire off an Earthquake and see what he does. He will more than likely outspeed us. So we'll see what he does. He actually goes Poison Jab just in case we decide to switch. And yeah, from that range, Marowak will not be able to survive that, so that is going to knock us down to 5. And he is going to get some HP back here with the Black Sludge, so it might be more of a defensive set. So now we have a little bit of a choice to make. What do we want to bring in to face this Victory Bell is going to be the question. What do we have for the Victory Bell? You know what? I think we're actually just going to go into the Reg Ice here. We're going to make that play. So there it is. And we are going to take HP from the Stealth Rock, of course. And so, yeah, I don't know that he's going to want to stay in on this matchup here. So I think we're going to go ahead and actually attempt to set the Hail up, predicting that he's not going to want to stay in here, and see what he does. So we will see if that pays off for us. Hopefully it will. He does have a number of switches to the Regice, so he may well want to do that. And indeed, he does switch, so that's good for us. And he is going to bring in the Flareon to face us. So he is going to take that Stealth Rock damage as we do go ahead and get the Hail set up, which is, of course, good news for us, since we do have the Ice Body ability as well. So he is going to take that damage from the Hail, and we are going to get that HP back from the Hail via the Ice Body, and then we are also going to get some HP back with the Leftovers. So, yeah, he's also going to burn with the Toxic Orb, so that's definitely bad news for us, revealing he is going to be the Gut set. So, I think he might be outspeeding us, actually, just due to the fact that the hail damage hit him first before it healed us. I believe that's an indication that he's faster than us. Although the healing might go through second. I'm not sure, but either way, I don't know if we really want to stay in on this matchup because, yeah, this Flareon is poised to do some damage. And actually, Reg Ice looks pretty useful against a lot of his team here, so I think we're going to want to try to save Reg Ice, but the only question is, who do we want to bring in on this Flareon? I think... This is kind of rough, but I think the best thing we have is the Poliwrath, so we're going to go ahead and bring that in here and see what happens. So, yeah, there it is. And he is, well, first we're going to take the Stealth Rock damage, of course, and he is going to go Facade, so he was predicting a switch. That is going to do a truckload of damage to us, which is definitely not good, as we barely survive in the red, and then we are both going to take some hail damage. He takes it first, so it looks like he's going to be faster for sure. And then we're going to gain some HP back with the Leftovers as he takes some damage from the poison. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to matter because there's just no way we can take another attack from this thing. So yeah, I think the best thing we can do, I mean, we're not going to survive. We might as well just go ahead and click Drain Punch here and see what happens. And indeed, he's just going to go for a quick attack here. And from that range with Guts activated, that is going to take out the Poliwrath and knock us down to 4. So that's definitely bad news for us, as he takes more hail damage and more damage from the toxic poison as well. So now we really have to think about what we want to bring in on this thing. I think, honestly, at this point, the best option we have... let's see here. Actually, we're going to actually do something we usually don't do, which is do a speed check. So yeah, that's 91, and I think 71. Yeah, so we're definitely not going to outspeed. If Poliwrath didn't outspeed, the Regice will definitely not outspeed. So I think the only thing we can do here is go ahead and come back in with the mascot. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we are going to take the Stealth Rock damage here. And yeah, unfortunately, I think the best thing we can do is go for a Choice Band Pluck here. He could have Quick Attack. He could go Quick Attack. He probably will. But I think that's just the play we have to make. Our Quick Attack won't take him out. So indeed, he does Quick Attack. It does knock us down to about 1/3, but we do survive. Hit him with that Choice Band Pluck. And that is going to go ahead and get rid of that Flareon and knock him down to 4, as we are going to take some hail damage once again. So, yeah, we're running pretty even here at this point. Now he's going to go ahead and bring the Raichu in. So he's going to go ahead and take that Stealth Rock damage. And so, yeah, I think we are Choice Band locked into Pluck, obviously. I don't really want to, even though we don't have many more switches in thanks to Stealth Rock. I kind of don't want to let Pidgeot go down here. So I kind of want to save it. But even in its weakened state, I don't know that there's a lot it can do, unfortunately. But I do kind of want to save it all the same. So now we just have to decide what we can bring in on this thing. Although maybe it would be, you know what? I don't really want to let Pidgeot go down here, but I think we might just actually have to, because unfortunately it's Stealth Rock. We just can't really keep switching in with Stealth Rock. So I think the best thing we can do is just go for that choice plan band pluck again. He actually outspeeds us, which sucks. Goes for the Thunderbolt and just takes us out straight away with that, so that's really unfortunate. So Pidgeot's going to go down there, and that's going to knock us to 3, and he's going to take some Life Orb damage as well from that, and the hail is going to be over. So, yeah, now we're going to have to decide what we want to bring in to face this thing. So I think, honestly, the best choice, the best thing we have is going to be the Regice again. So we're going to go ahead and bring that in here. And we are going to take the Stealth Rock damage, of course, unfortunately. So now the question becomes, is he going to want to stay in here? He does have, still have some switches for the Regice, but I don't know if we really want to risk it here. I kind of want to get the hail up, but he's already saw that play before, so I don't know if I really want to make that play again. So I think we're actually, this time around, we're just going to go ahead and click Ice Beam, and he does indeed stay in, and he goes Nasty Plot, so he was predicting that, the hail again, so yeah, he's going to get that sharp special attack increase, which is no good for us. We go Ice Beam in return. Is it going to be enough to take this thing out? No, it is not quite enough to take the Raichu out, unfortunately, so that's really bad for us. We do get some HP back from the leftovers, but yeah, so now, I think, I think even at +2, we are max HP and really bulky on the special side. So I think the best thing we can do here is actually, he is Life Orb. So you know what? I think this turn the best play we can actually make is the Hail. So the logic here is going to be the combination of the Life Orb and Hail should take him out if we survive, and if we don't survive, then we don't survive either way. So I think we're actually going to go for the Hail this time. And so he is going to, he has Focus Blast on deck. He's going to go for it, and he actually lands it. And at +2, we can't take one of those. So that's actually really bad for us. That's going to go ahead and get rid of the Regice and drop us down to 2 as he takes more of the Life Orb recoil. So he's got 1 shot left in him. So yeah, this is definitely looking kind of bad for us at this point. I think the best thing we can do at this point, honestly, is to go ahead and come in with the Manectric, so that's what we're going to do. We do that, take the Stealth Rock damage. Now, I don't know who's going to outspeed who. I think if he's max speed, he'll outspeed us, which, based on what we've seen of his set, he probably is. So yeah, this is definitely not a great spot for us to be in right now. I think the best play we have at this point is just to go, we are choice specs, so I think we just have to go ahead and click Flamethrower and see what happens here. He actually does outspeed us, and he's got Surf on deck, so he goes for that, and at +2 we cannot survive that, so that's going to go ahead and eliminate our Manectric, dropping us to just 1. So that's really bad. Obviously, the only silver lining here is the Raichu is going to go down to the Life Orb recoil this turn, so that's going to drop him to 3. So yeah, it's down to the wire for us here. We only have 1 Pokemon left, and that is the Grumpig. So we're going to go ahead and come in with that as he comes in with the Pidgeot. That is his last, or rather, not his last, but our last Pokemon. He takes the Stealth Rock damage, so do we. So yeah, definitely not a great spot to be in. I think the best thing we can do here, based on what he has left, I guess the only thing we can do here is just go ahead and click Psychic, so that's what we're going to do, but not looking great here. He is just going to go U-turn, and that looks to be potentially Choice Banded damage there, so that's definitely bad news for us. That knocks us down to about a third. He gets the Pivot, and yeah, he's going to go ahead and come in with the Victory Bell now, and he is going to take some Stealth Rock damage. He is going to be switching directly into a Psychic here, which is good news for us, so that's going to go ahead and actually get rid of that Victory Bell outright and knock him down to 2, and then we are going to regain some HP with the leftovers, but I don't really think it's going to matter at this point since he still does have the Pidgeot on deck. So yeah, this is definitely not a good spot here for us to be in. So yeah, he is going to go ahead and come back in with that Pidgeot, and yeah, he's going to take the Stealth Rock again. But unfortunately, even if he doesn't take us out, I think it's based on the damage output. It's pretty much guaranteed the next U-turn is going to take us out here. But even if it doesn't, he can just pivot into his Lapras and then come back and U-turn us again. So we pretty much lost here, unfortunately. Just going to go ahead and click Focus Blast for the hell of it. As he's actually going to go Brave Bird instead this time. I think it is higher damage output. Either way, that's going to go ahead and get rid of our Grumpig. And he does take the recoil damage there. And that is game. So... yeah, we're going to lose that one 2-0 to Adam. That was a nice match. Pretty competitive. But yeah, unfortunately, just did not have enough in the tank to get it done in that one. And that is, I'm not going to lie, that does sting a little bit. Go ahead and getting taken out by our very own mascot, the Pidgeot, although ours is shiny, so that's something. But yeah, unfortunately, definitely a close one, but we could not get it done. But it is what it is. So, still a good match nonetheless. So that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So, that's it, and we'll see you next time.